Howdy, folks. So we decided to take a little bit of a drive in the snow because we want to go get some milk and some basics since it's going to be snowing more tomorrow. And I need to get some practice driving in the snow as well if I want to live in Canada, I suppose. I'll tell you what, I learned a few things on this trip. As you can see, this is like 10 centimeters snow. Nobody's been here before. Here we get into where the snow, and this is almost worse because where the snow is compacted and not scraped, it forms ice. Anyway, it is absolutely beautiful driving out here. Oh, this is Angelique's friend that's just on the way from our house. Her dad is picking up her up there in front. Hence, we quickly stopped to say hello and make sure she gets there safe. Anyway, so the first lesson of driving in the snow is don't drive in the snow unless you absolutely have to. The second one is avoid steep hills like this one. Here I almost had a bit of a stress attack because as we were going down, the car just started sliding. And luckily, a lot of you on the channel have given me some really good advice on what to do. So what I did is I just let go of the brakes. I didn't try and hit the brakes. And I just let the car veer off into the thicker snow so that it stopped itself. Anyway, so we decided not to follow down the long hill and try and stick to the more flatter roads. And also try and get to the more well-used roads that were scraped. Of course, by this time the news had come out that the highways were in total disarray. People were like spun off and pushing their cars and the highway was completely blocked. You wouldn't say that. Over here, things still ran quite smoothly. It is pretty, though. I mean, look at all the white. Anyway, this road has been scraped and salted, obviously. And of course, obviously I'm not driving this fast. This is sped up and I'm just talking over it. Wish I could drive this fast in the snow. Anyway, so the other thing is that we don't actually have winter tires on. We've got very good all-weather tires, but not winter tires. We only got an appointment for tomorrow to go and put the winter tires on, which we'll obviously go and get done. There's the scraper, clearing the snow. So we're basically driving down to Marine Drive, which is just here in front. And for some reason, I mean, these roads are scraped, but Marine Drive wasn't scraped and salted. It's got this like slushy thing going on. But yeah, anyway, tips to driving in the snow. The first and most important one is, like somebody said on the channel, is, and I can't remember who, I'm so sorry, is drive like you got a warm cup of coffee on your dashboard, and you don't want to spill it. So we just kind of drove very, very slowly and very carefully. Don't try and brake quickly. Don't try and make any sudden moves. Just be careful. We had to obviously go and put in some fuel first because, we were running close to empty. Look at that. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's like an old lady with a little motorized wheelchair cruising down in the snow with an umbrella. It's just like, I know sometimes it blows my mind here in Canada how that works. Anyway, that guy was busy working in his car, so we had to do a roundabout so we could get to a pump. Of course, a funny thing, while trying to put fuel in, my car didn't work. Everything is cold, nothing worked. It was just kind of sucky. And we bought some food for a guy that was standing there at the service station also. A homeless dude. Can you imagine how much it must suck to be homeless in this weather? Anyway, so now we're heading down Marine Drive. Look at all the pretty lights. On our way to, forgot the gas cap open, so I had to stop quickly and close that. It was very, very cold, man. Very cold. All right, so anyway, we were driving, we're going down Marine Drive now on our way to Park Royale because we were going to go get some groceries at Park Royale, and then we also wanted to just quickly pop into the dollar store while we're going there because, we needed more Christmas lights for our tree. Look at that. That's that big Christmas tree at Park Royale. Very, very nice. I got to tell you, you know, everybody says don't drive in the snow, try and stay home. But I mean, it's like the town was rocking, people everywhere. It was, of course, like this is like 4:30 in the afternoon. Of course, I know it looks like it's midnight, but it's not. With all the pretty lights and things. Anyway, yeah. So we're getting our snow tires tomorrow, which hopefully I'll feel a lot more comfortable driving around in that as well. But yes, there's not a lot of control when you're driving in the snow, eh? And of course, here in Vancouver, they say one of the big problems on the highways why there's always a giant mess when it snows. Or so far this year, there's been 2 giant messes the 2 times it snowed significantly. Was because there's so many people that are driving around without winter tires, so they're not prepared for the whole thing, and then they just kind of mess it up. Yeah. And of course, people are not used to it. I guess there's a lot of immigrants that come from places where you don't have a lot of snow, like myself, that don't necessarily know all the little tricks of the trade, you know. Put me in sand and mud and I know what to do. Snow, completely different story. But hey, that's why I'm doing this. I'm practicing. That's why I'm learning. Dollarama, not Dollar Store. We quickly went to Dollarama. So this is on the one section under Park Royale, and we decided to just drive through the Park Royale shopping center so we don't have to go on the roads. You know, I think another very important thing when you're doing snow driving is to stay off of any major arteries where things can go very wrong, where there's lots of traffic. Although then again, the major arteries are the ones that are normally salted and scraped. Interesting question. What's your advice? Let me know in the comments. So this is the Park Royale shopping center, Park Royale Mall undercover parking lot. We're going to pass right through it, go one down, and then cross over to the Loblaws parking lot on the other side with a bridge over Marine Drive. Of course, everything is wet with all the snow. There we go, Park Royale North, over the bridge, crossing over Marine Drive right now. And I know it looked like I didn't stop, but I did. It's just because the video is sped up. Anyway, so this is at the parking at our local little shop. And that was really quick shopping, as you can see. And then, now we're heading home. Going out here, we're going to go down the road to the to Taylor Way, back up to our house. And if you look on the right-hand side there, you're going to see a glimpse. That's where we bought the Christmas tree at the Scouts Christmas tree stand. Anyway, also on the way back home, we decided to rather just take a more flatter road. Normally I would turn left up here and go down up this little windy road, narrow little road up to the hill, up Sentinel Hill. This time around we decided to take the roundabout route and stick to the more flat spaces because the last thing we want to do is slide off of the road. But it just, you know, you just don't feel like you've got full control over the car. That is just very weird. Anyway, so up the road, and even going the last stretch to our house, we actually also just took a little bit of a different road. The one thing I learned is that hill, because that's the same hill the way I slid down last time. So no more driving up and down that hill in the snow. This one here to the left. So where I lost it last time as well. So this time not even attempting that hill. Check it, these people, they obviously went a bit toboggan with a kid somewhere in the park, which is cool. A little bit of a surprise Jeep across the hump. Almost home. Anyway, you know, it is awesome, it is beautiful, and it is possible to drive in the snow. You just need to be very careful and think about what you're going to do. You know, drive with a plan. I guess that's the most important thing that we learned is drive with a plan. Don't just drive. So you can do it. Anyway, folks, so this is us back home. You can see there's already another layer of snow on the ground. All right, you all must have a good one. Cheers.